Okay, so we're going to start with doing a massage to our feet, and you can either use a spiky ball or a tennis ball. I'm going to use the spiky ball this morning because I think a lot of you have got spiky balls. And we're going to do a couple of minutes of massage on each foot. So put the ball under one foot, and we're going to have a couple of minutes working into every part of the foot. But you can still use the principles of Pilates while you're on here. So you don't want to be sort of sinking in. So keep nice, good posture, nice lengthened spine. Be nice and strong on your supporting leg using that corresponding buttock. And with the spiky ball, you can get into every bit of the foot. You don't get such a deep massage, but you can get like into the tips of the toes, under the toes, all around the heel pad. So if you've got a tennis ball, you can do most of the foot, maybe not the tips of the toes so well, but you can still give yourself a really good massage. So keep nice and tall, and then keep your face nice and soft. Have that sense of lengthening up through the crown of your head, a gentle engagement in your core. And carry on massaging around every bit of the foot. If you find one bit of the foot that feels it needs it, then work into that a little bit more. You can press as deeply as you feel comfortable. With a tennis ball, it's obviously a lot harder. So if you find a tender spot, don't go too deeply, but you can just gently work anything out. And this not only gets into all the fascia and opens out the fascia within the sole of the foot, but it's stimulating all the nerve endings. And I think you get more of a stimulation of the nerve endings with the spiky ball, but you get a deeper fascial massage with the tennis ball. So they both work really well. So 2 minutes is nearly up on this foot. Okay, so pick up this ball, and before you put it under the other foot, just close your eyes and clock into how your body is feeling, and see, hopefully you notice a difference between the side that you've massaged and the other side. And the side that I've massaged is feeling really tingly. In fact, I can feel it right up into my sacrum and into my buttock. So let's do the other side now. So again, you're going to swap your supporting leg, so be nice and strong in that supporting leg, still keeping nice and long through the front of the body, through the back, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed, and just nice, slow, controlled breathing. Trying to get the breath a little bit deeper than just your chest, so have that awareness as you breathe in, your rib cage expanding out to the side. Pressing as deeply or as lightly as you feel comfortable. Keeping strong in the other leg, your supporting leg. And getting into every part of your foot. It's a really good thing to do. If you don't do it on a regular basis, just every so often. We spend so much time wearing shoes. Now, with the summer coming up, and especially in lockdown, it gives us a chance not to have to be in shoes the whole time. And then we use the foot a lot more. We don't need to use our muscles in our feet when we've got shoes on. So if you've got the spiky ball, don't forget to get right into the tips of the toes and under the toes, a squash between the toes and the ball of your foot. Okay, a little bit longer. Okay, so then pick up the ball. Again, close your eyes and clock into your body, and hopefully you feel a little bit more evened out now, and your whole, well, certainly the lower half of your body from your hips down is, well, mine is zinging. It's lovely. Really great feeling. I feel really opened out in the foot there. So put the ball to one side for the moment. We'll come back to those. And we're going to do a little bit of balance work, also strengthening our ankle and working our ankle evenly on both the inside and the outside. So we're going to do some heel raises. Again, the challenge here is not letting the big toe come off. So have that sense of grounding through the base of the big toe all the time, and also the little toe, of course, so that your heels just come off as far as you can keep that big toe grounded. So we'll also do some arm circles at the same time. So rising onto your toes, breathing in and bringing your arms above your head. So as your arms come up, the shoulders stay down. And then slowly rolling down through the ball of the foot, then the arch, and then the heel and the arms coming down at the same time. Once the heels are on the floor, you can do a little squat. You get a nice little stretch in the heel and the Achilles. So breathing in. And keep the big toe grounded as you roll down. Don't just fall flat on the foot. Roll down through the whole foot. And then when the heel is down, do a little squat. Don't come forward. Keep the pelvis tucked under and just sit straight towards your heels. Breathing in. And breathing out. Keep just a gentle engagement in the core will help you keep a little bit more stable. Keep the knees hip width apart. So don't let them roll out or roll in. And then challenge yourself staying up here, lifting the heels as much as you can. Rolling down without lifting off the big toe. And we'll do one more circle in this direction. Breathing in. So we're also getting a nice movement in the shoulder socket as well, bringing the arms up as much as you can without sticking out the ribs. And then coming down. So straighten the legs, keep the toes where they are and bring the heels together. So you keep those heels glued, use your inner thigh, your pelvic floor and your buttocks to keep the heels really glued. And we'll reverse the arm circle. So breathe in, shoulders stay down as the arms come up. Try and get the arms near to your ears as possible. And then again, the control as you roll down through the feet. And you bring the arms down, and when you bend the knees, they go over the big toe. So breathing in, keep the shoulders stabilized down into your back. Keep those heels glued, squeeze inner thighs, use the pelvic floor, use the buttocks. Let's do two more. So stretch up to the ceiling. And one more. And a little squat. So stay in that squat, keep the heels together and lift them. And then rise up onto your tiptoes. And then roll down through the feet. Squat, lift the heels, keep the heels together, rise up, use the buttocks, straighten, and roll down. And squat. Lift the heels, rise up, roll down. Just do this at your own pace. If you're not keeping up with me, it doesn't matter. Just make sure the heels stay together. Make sure you keep that big toe grounded. Lift up, roll down. One more. Squat. Lift the heels. Come up, roll down. Right, let's reverse that. Come up with straight legs. Keep the heels lifted as you squat, and then press those heels to the floor. You get a really good stretch, and then straighten the legs. Rise up, keep the heels together, keep the heels raised as you bend your knees, and then push those heels to the floor and straighten. And up, squat, push the heels down and straighten. One more. And push those heels down and straighten. Good. So bring your feet back to being parallel. And we'll do a similar thing without the heels being glued together. So rise onto your toes. Keep the heels lifted as you squat. Roll down through your feet and straighten. Rise up. Keep the heels lifted as you bend your knees. Roll down through your feet and straighten. So you're really having to use your foot and your ankle. And as long as you're keeping the big toe grounded, not rolling onto the outside edge of your foot, you're working both the inside and the outside of the ankle the same. Do one more like this. And roll down. So let's straighten the legs and then go into a squat. Keep in that squat as you lift the heels. Use your core, push through those toes. Rise up and roll down. And squat. The knees staying in line with the hips all the time. Lift the heels. Use your core to rise up and roll down. Squat. Lift the heels, rise up, roll down. Let's do two more. And squat. And rise up and roll down. Last one. Keep using this gentle engagement in the core. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And press up. And roll down. Excellent. So we're going to carry on with a little bit of balance work, and also this helps keep our buttocks nice and strong. So we're going to do a standing quad stretch. So don't grab your ankle out to the side. This is part of the balance, is you bring your knee up to your chest, you reach down, and then you can have your arm out to the side if you need to for balance, and then standing tall, trying to keep the knees together. Don't arch your back, so tummy in, hips forward. So you can either hold on with your foot with both hands or have one hand out to the side. You be strong in your supporting leg. And keep lengthening that bent knee towards the floor. Get a really good stretch through the quad, through the knee. And then with control, let go and place the foot back under the hip. So take time to be strong and get your support in your supporting leg. Use the buttock, be strong on the inside of your thigh. Bring your knee up to your chest, reach down, and then draw around. So either have one arm out to the side or hold on to your foot with both hands. Tummy in, hips forward. Try and keep the knees together as much as you can, lengthening that bent knee towards the floor. Keep the big toe grounded of your supporting foot. Keep lengthening that knee down to the floor. And then with control, let go. And again, the leg comes under the hip. Good. So I'd come onto your mat for the next one because it's a bit uncomfortable on your heels otherwise on the floor. So we're going to do a standing hamstring stretch. So I'm going to take my left foot forward just a little bit, not very far. Keep the left leg straight, but bend the right knee and bring your body down over your left leg. So you stay straight behind the knee on the left leg and just draw your body down. Hold on to wherever you can reach and just come down as much as you can. So you're getting a nice stretch in the back of your left thigh. And then if you can bring your toes off, hold on to your toes. Still keep the left leg straight, but bend the right knee a bit more. Bringing your body down a little bit more. And then drop your toes down, tuck your pelvis under and roll yourself back up. And then bring your left foot back. So let's do the same on the other side. Take your right foot forward, just a touch, not much. Keep the right leg straight, but bend the left knee now and bring your body down over your right leg. Keep the toes on the mat to begin with. Keep straight behind the right knee and bring your body down as much as you can. Get a really good stretch through the hamstring on the right-hand side. Just keep breathing nice and relaxed. And then bring your toes of the right foot up. And if you can hold on to your toes, do. If you can't, don't worry. But keep straight behind the right knee. Just bend the left knee a bit more. And then drop the toes, tuck your pelvis under, and roll yourself up, restacking your spine. And once the pelvis is back in neutral, then bring your right leg back. Okay, so while we're standing, let's do our arm weights. Have a quick sip of water if you need to. Don't forget to always keep yourself hydrated. So whatever you're using for your weight, make sure you're not just gripping on with your fingertips. You want to use the whole of your hand. So get yourself into good standing posture, the same amount of weight through both your legs, pelvis in neutral, gentle engagement in your core, but nice and long through the spine, shoulders staying relaxed, no tension in your neck. So arms up in line with your shoulders. Turn your palms up as you bring the weights into the shoulders. As you straighten your arms, your palms go down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out to the side, not too far back, just in front of your shoulders, palms up and in, straighten and down. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone and up to the ceiling, straightening at the elbow and down to your collarbone again. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side, up to the shoulders and down to the hips. Not swaying the body in any way. Keep the body nice and still. Keep the core engaged. 4 and 5. And then out to the side, again, just in front of the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do the second set. Shoulders down, palms up and in. As you straighten your arms, palms go down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Out to the side, up and in, straighten and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone. Shoulders stay down as the arms come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then 5 of each of the next 2. Nice and still body, just use the arms. 4, 5, and then out to the side, shoulders down as the arms come up, working from your upper arm. 3, 4, and 5. So if you want to go to a lighter weight, for some of you, just swap over, just all of us do a quick little shoulder circle. Make sure there's no tension coming into your neck. Keep your face soft, your jaw relaxed. Let's do this last set. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Out to the side, up and in, straighten and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Check that you're still using the whole hand, not just the fingertips. Up to the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms by your side, up to the shoulders. Last 2 lots of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Okay, put your weights down. Let's give ourselves an arm stretch. So take one arm just below the shoulder, draw it across the body, not the shoulders, just the arm, then draw the arm across. I've got to have this shoulder a little bit higher because otherwise I touch my microphone, but try and keep the shoulder down, draw the shoulder back, but pull the arm across from above the elbow. But just try and get this stretch into the top of the shoulder and the arm without compromising your neck at all. A really good stretch there. And then let's do our triceps on this side. So either interlinking your fingers behind your head, or if you're finding you're very tight, just push this elbow up. You're trying to lengthen the back of your upper arm without sticking out to your ribs. So keep the ribs in, tummy in, hips forward. Try not to compromise your neck either. And just reach that bent elbow up to the ceiling. And then release, and let's do the other side. So draw your arm across, pull it across from above the elbow. Keep the shoulder down and draw the shoulder back in the opposite way to how you're pulling it across with the other arm. You're not bringing the shoulders around. The shoulders stay where they are. You're just bringing the arm across. And then the triceps on this side, if you can reach your fingers. It all depends if you've ever had a shoulder injury. It's not so easy, but remember to keep the tummy and hips forward so you're not sticking out your ribs or arching your back. And release. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of more back work, and we're going to use our ball. So we're going to do the flying eagle. So take your ball. If you haven't got a ball, just maybe have a cushion. You're not going to be able to lift yourself quite so high, but you can still get a good exercise out of it. So remember, when you lie on your front, you don't want to compress your chest up towards your throat. So have the sense of nice and open across the chest. Your legs are just in line with your hips. They're not turned out or turned in, so just keep them straight. And then have your arms long, so your elbows are off the mat and the heel of your hand is at the far side of the ball with your fingers straight. So the idea is to work between the muscles between the shoulder blades, and you're going to be trying to lift your bottom part of the rib cage at the front off the mat as well as your chest. So start with your head down between your arms. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, engage your core, draw your shoulders down into your back, press on the ball, and then lift your rib cage and your chest off the mat. Stay pressing on the ball, stay up here for an in-breath, and as you breathe out, keep the core engaged. Just think about lowering your front of your body back down onto the mat, the bottom part of the rib cage, and then working up to the chest, and your head and your neck come down last. So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, engage the core to protect the lower back. Draw the shoulders down into your back, press on the ball, and use the muscles between the shoulder blades to lift your back and chest off as much as you can. Stay here for an in-breath. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the tummy pulled in as you come back down. So coming back down from the tummy, the lower rib cage, then the chest, then the neck, and finally the head. Breath in, breathe out, engage the core, press on your ball. You should feel the backs of your arms. And the ball will move towards you, but you're not drawing it. It's because you're going higher that the ball comes towards you. Stay up here for a full breath, and then coming back down. The hip bones never come off the mat, so you're always just lengthening away from the lower back. Let's do 2 more. Breath in, breath out, engage the core, press on your ball, and lift. Think about lifting the tummy, the rib cage off the mat, shoulders staying down in your back away from your ears, and then keep the tummy pulled in as you lower down onto the mat. Okay, and then let's come briefly into a rest position. So push yourself off, knees wide, feet together. Get your head onto the mat and keep your elbows off the mat and stretch your arms above your head. So you get that nice stretch in the top of the shoulders and the arms where you've just been working. Nice deep breath into your back here. Feel your ribcage expanding at the back. And then stay sitting on your heels and re-stack your spine. Sitting nice and tall. Excellent. Okay, well, let's do a little bit of tummy work now. So keep your ball to hand. And we're not going to use it just yet, but we'll use it in a minute. We're going to do the half teaser with rotation. So have your feet together and then roll yourself back, one vertebra at a time. And arms by your side. So it doesn't matter how far away from your body, your buttocks, that you have your feet, but make sure they stay flat. But have your feet together and keep the knees together. And extend one leg. Well, let's start with our arms above our head. And then you breathe in and you breathe out to roll yourself up. Try and keep the knees together if you can. And then hold on to wherever you can reach on this leg and rotate round one way. Hold on with the other hand and rotate. Arms above your leg. Tuck your pelvis under. Make sure you don't wobble as you come back down here. Keep straight, and then your arms back above your head. So we're going to try and do 6 on each side. You can either start with your arms above your head, try and keep your arms above your legs as you come up, or start with your arms. We won't do a rotation on each one, we'll just do 2 per side, and then coming back. If you find that you can't come up very well with your arms above your head, then have your arms by your side to start. Lengthen your arms away and come on up, keeping these knees together as much as you can. So you can either do 6 on one side and 6 on the other, or do 3 sets, 3 on each side, and then come back and do another set. So just go at your own pace, at your own level. And within the 6 on one side, you'll do 2 sets of rotation. Doesn't matter where you put them in. I'll put my second one in here. Again, try and keep the knees glued. Go around the other side. Come back, arms above. Tuck the pelvis under. Keep working evenly from both sides. I've lost count, but I think I'll do 2 more. As much as possible, keep this other heel on the floor, but if it lifts a little bit, especially as you're going through your 6, then doesn't matter, but just make sure you're working from your tummy and not from your shoulders. 1 more on this side. And then rolling yourself back. And arms either above your head or back by your side. So I can just swap over. So I'm doing 6 on one and 6 on the other, but if you find that you wanted to do just 2 sets of 3 on each side, that's entirely up to you. Breathing in to start, breathing out to finish, rolling up, keeping those knees together as much as possible, sitting as tall as you can, staying up for an in-breath, and then on your out-breath, tucking that pelvis under, 1 vertebra at a time, coming back onto the mat. Either take your arms behind your head or back down by your side. If you find it's not working for you today, then just do a few roll-ups and roll-backs, because then you're still working your abdominals and you're still getting some nice flexibility in your spine. Sometimes these work for you, sometimes they don't. I couldn't do the teaser very well last week. That's just how it goes sometimes. So 3 more for me. I haven't done my rotations here, so I'm going to do a rotation now. Keep the shoulder down as you rotate, really trying to look as far behind you as you can. And then both arms, you get rotation going in both directions. Arms back above the leg, tuck the pelvis under. Come back nice and evenly. 2 more now. And I'll do rotation on my last one on this side. You're working through the waist and the rib cage when you do your rotation. So the hips stay where they are on the mat. And last time, rolling myself back down. And then I can drop my foot down. Well done. Okay. So I'm going to do some slightly different core work today that we've done before. It's quite hard, so just go very slowly. So if you've got your ball, you can still do this without a ball, and you can still work your core, but it's quite a good challenge if you've got a ball. So put the ball underneath your pelvis. Make sure you're not arching at all, so tuck the pelvis back. Really work from your core here. And then we're going to have our arms above our chest. Now, if you find you can't do this, then have 1 arm by your side, and we're going to alternate. And then use your core, come into your double knee fold. So if you feel that the ball isn't quite in the right place, now is your chance to adjust it. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to take 1 arm out to the side as we straighten the opposite leg. And then use the core to draw that knee back in and the arm up above the chest. So start with the leg going quite high, and then take the other arm out, keep this arm straight, and then draw back in. And then if you want to challenge yourself, you start taking the leg a little bit lower. You cannot, well, I can't hurry this. Use the core each time to keep yourself on the wall and also to draw your leg back in. So we're just going to do 5 on each side, but alternate. So always engaging your core. Oops, arms out to the side, not by my hip. and draw back in, and the arm coming up. So you're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. Trying to do the movement at the same time, the arm and the leg at the same time. Use the core to draw back in, trying to keep the knees hip width apart. 2 more on each side, alternating. Draw back. Make sure there's no arching in the back. Keep the pelvis tucked back into neutral. So you really feel the core, especially when you draw the leg back in. 1 more on each side. And last one on the other side. And then draw back in, and then hug your knees into your chest. Really hug them in. In fact, if you really hug them in, you can push this ball away and slowly let the back come back onto the mat and take the ball away. And then just give your knees 1 more hug in just to stretch out that lower back. And then using your core, come out of your double knee fold. Well done, good. That was a nice new little challenge. Okay, so as this is an intermediate class, we're going to do the obliques, and we're going to do it with the ball. And this is quite hard. It means you've got to really stay curled up. So we're going to try and do 20 in total. If you find that you can't do 20 in total, then just do whatever you can. So come into a double knee fold and put the ball between your knees, and then interlink your fingers behind your head. So then actually hang on, I'm starting this again. So then curl yourself up, and now put the ball in front of your knees, and you've got now the ball anchored between your elbows and your knees. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the ball between the elbow of one leg and the knee of the opposite leg, and you then take the other elbow out to the side, come back to your starting position, keep the ball now between the other elbow and the opposite knee, get the other elbow towards the floor and come back. So you should always keep that ball anchored between the elbow and the opposite knee, so it means you've got to stay curled up. That's the challenge of having this ball. So lengthening one leg away, the other elbow to the floor. This is 6. We'll do 10 like this. 7. So use your abdominals for staying curled up, not your neck. 8. 9. And 10. And then roll yourself back and hug your knees into your chest. So that's quite a tough way of doing the obliques. Well done. And then now use your core, come out of your double knee fold. Both feet down. Excellent. So come onto your side, grab your little head cushion. We're going to do our side legs. So fold your little cushion in half and place between your underneath arm and your ear. This keeps your neck in good alignment. You don't want your neck falling down. That puts too much strain on your neck. So lying on your side with your legs straight out, and then use your core and then just draw the legs around at 45 degrees. Make sure this top hip hasn't rolled back, so that's staying. There's a nice straight line, vertical line here. Keeping this top hip forward, take this top leg back in line with your spine at hip height. Flex the foot and reach away, so you're stretching both sides of your waist. And then breathe in, take the leg up, get to the top, and then go a little bit more without your waist dipping into the mat, and then back to hip height. Let's do 8 of each. 2, make sure the leg doesn't start creeping forward, but keep this top hip facing forward. 3, so you get to the top and then go a little bit more. That's when you really start to feel it in the buttocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, up, a bit more, 8, and back down. So at hip height, point the foot. Just take the leg behind you, not this hip. So from the hip height, go down to the mat. Keep the leg behind you as you come back up to hip height. 2. The further behind you, body you take the leg, the more you'll feel it in the buttock. 4, 5, keep your tummy pulled in. 6, 7, and 8. Bring your leg back in line with the spine at hip height. Go down to the mat, go along the mat behind you, up to hip height, forward in line with the spine. So they're never coming in front of your body. So we're doing like rectangles. Down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward. That's 4, 5, down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward. 7, down, behind, up, forward. So at hip height, go behind you, go down to the floor, along the floor, back in line with the spine, and up to hip height. Behind, down, forward and up, 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 behind, down, forward and up. 2 more. Forward and up, behind, down, forward and up. Now some circles just between the hip height and the mat, mostly behind the body, but a little bit in front. And see if you can do 8 in each direction. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then reverse. Go behind, scooping the mat on the bottom half of the ball. 2. The body staying still, don't rock back, just isolate this leg. If you can't manage to do full 8, then don't worry. Bring your knee onto the mat. 6, 7, and 8. So by bending your knee on the mat, you get that lovely stretch where hopefully you've been feeling it. Now take your underneath leg more or less back in line with the spine. It's not so critical for this one. Just stretch the leg just off the mat. You're going to do 8 with the foot pointed, 8 with the foot flexed. It doesn't matter which order, but you're using all the muscles from the inner side of the knee up the inner thigh. Try and get the upper inner thighs to squeeze without transferring weight onto this top knee. So keep the leg straight as you lift and as you lower. That's 5, 6. Turning the leg so the knee is up towards the ceiling. That's 7 and 8. And then change the foot position. So doing 8 with the foot flexed, 8 with the foot pointed. Keep the knee up towards the ceiling so you really feel those inner thighs working. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. Okay, let's do a quick side quad stretch here. So bring the knee up towards your chest, heel towards your buttocks. And don't arch the back, just take the leg back, tummy in, hips forward. I know we've done a quad stretch already, but I think getting a side quad stretch is the best way of getting into that quad. Standing is also good and it challenges your balance, but this way you really can get into the front of the hip, all the way through the front of the thigh, and then release. Great, so come on to your other side. So I'm keeping it going, keeping it flowing. But if you find that you just need a quick breather, then just stop for a couple of repetitions and rejoin as you wish. The main thing is that you're not using your body, you're isolating the leg. So starting in a straight line and then hinging from these hip creases, bring the legs forward, but don't let this top hip roll back. Take the top leg in line with your spine at hip height and then stretch away through the heel, so you're lifting this bottom waist off the mat. And then take the leg. So stretching the leg as you lift it, go all the way up to the top and a tiny bit more, and keep stretching the leg away from your body as you come back down to hip height. So up and down. So you're not dropping your waist into the mat. If you are, then lengthen your leg away a little bit more. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. So back at hip height and still in line with the spine, point the foot and take the leg behind, but keep this top hip facing forward. Go down to the mat or the floor and up to hip height. Tummy in, just isolate the leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then bring the leg back in line with the spine. Go down to the floor, along the floor behind, up to hip height, forward in line with the spine. Down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward. 3 more. Down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward, down, behind, up, forward. Now reverse. At hip height, go behind, go down to the floor, forward in line with the spine, and up to hip height, behind, down, forward and up, behind, down, forward and up, behind, down, forward and up, behind, down, forward and up. That's 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, behind, down, forward and up. 8. Now your circles, just isolating this leg. Think about the thigh bone just stirring in the hip socket. The bottom half of this ball, scoop along the mat, go as far behind you as you can. 5, 6, keep a nice long body. 7 and 8, and now reverse. 2, 3, should be really feeling this in the buttock and the hip. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then this lovely stretch with the knee on the mat. Take your underneath leg more or less in line with the spine. Take the leg just off the mat and turn the knee up towards the ceiling. So 8 lifts with the foot pointed, 8 with the foot flexed. You're not letting your leg completely rest on the mat until you've finished, using all the inner thigh muscles from your inside of the knee all the way up the inner thigh. Trying to get those upper thigh muscles to squeeze, keeping the knee turned up towards the ceiling. This is 7 and 8, and then flex the foot but still keep the knee up towards the ceiling, so you're sort of lifting from the inner ankle, not transferring weight to this top knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. So come into chair position with your legs, a quick quad stretch on this side, heel to the buttock, draw the leg around. You're never arching the back, so tummy and hips forward. You're just taking this leg back, aiming for a straight leg through the front of your straight line through the front of your body and the front of your thigh, stretching that bent knee away from you. And then release. Well done, brilliant. Come onto your side. That's got the buttocks working for the week. And we're going to do our side, our side lift stretch. And we're going to do it with a bit of rotation this time. So let's get ourselves into the starting position. So I'm on my right hip with my right leg bent at right angles. Definitely not less than 90 degrees at this knee. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit further away, but the sole of my right foot is in line with my spine, sort of towards the back of the mat. My left foot on the inside of my right ankle with the knee up, not folded in, and I can use this hand to keep that knee open. The heel of my right hand in line with my right hip. The first time you might need to just adjust your feet, and then they'll be there for the next. We're going to just do 4 on each side today. So you're pressing your weight through your top foot and this hand. So breathe in and then breathe out, lift and come to having straight legs. We'll do the rotation on the other ones. We won't do it on this one. Stay here for full breath. Now use your abdominals. You're not just collapsing onto the floor. This top knee being nice and open. So as soon as you come back down, you're back in your starting position. Breathing in, lift from your abdominals and your feet coming onto your side. And now if you can scoop your hand between your supporting hand and your hip, getting a bit of rotation, come back right onto the side with the arm back over your head before you control how you come back down. So back to your starting position. 2 more like that. If you need to adjust your hand, then do. Don't have it too far away. Hand is slid a little bit there. So breathing in and breathing out. Stay here for an in-breath and then scoop this hand and get your rib cage to rotate, looking to the wall behind you. Come back onto your side with your arm over your head. And then come back on to the mat. Let's do 1 more like this. Breathing in and out. Stay here, take a breath in. And then on your out breath, you scoop through. Come back onto your side, arm above your head, and control coming back down. So swing your legs around the other side. Let's get set up on this side. So I'm on my left hip with my left hand, heel of the hand in line with my left hip. Just a little bit more than right angles on my left leg, which is the lower leg, with the sole of the foot back in line with my spine. Right foot tucked. Really tuck this heel into the front of your left ankle. So keep this knee open. Let's just do a straight one the first time to get our position of our feet correct. Press the weight onto the top foot. Breathe in and then come up into your side lift. Stay here, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, keep this top knee open. Control using all your abdominals, especially the ones underneath. Let's try and do 3 with a rotation. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep strong on your supporting arm. Rotate through. Come back onto your side with your arm above your head. And then control how you come back down. If your hand slides a bit, then just readjust it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay here for a full breath. Oops, I'm right on the edge of my mat. I'm going to have to come forward next time. Rotate through. Come back onto your side and control how you come back down. I'm just going to move myself forward a bit. I'm right on the edge. Okay, last one. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay here, take a breath in, and then breathing out, do your rotation. come back onto your side, and then coming back down with control. Well done, everybody. And come to sitting with your legs straight. Let's do some wrist circles here. And do a few finger crunches. And release. Just to release those wrists. Good. So we're going to finish with a nice little bit of massage with either our spiky balls or our tennis balls. So we're going to have used two, obviously, because you've got two buttocks. And come to sitting and then roll yourself back. So I'm going to use these tennis balls and I'm just going to put them right in the fleshy part of my buttocks. Keep my feet and knees hip width apart. It's best to have them slightly higher than lower. You don't want them on the bone, you want them on the muscle, but not too low down. And from here, I'm going to just do a few little rolls back and forward, just to get that feel I'm rolling on those balls. I'll do one more, really rolling right under and then right the other way. And then go side to side. So you feel you can take your knees with you, going a little bit in to the side buttock muscle. So shoulders relax, keep the face nice and soft. If they start to lose their position, the balls, then just tuck them back into the right way, into the right place. And then come back to the center and make sure the balls are back right under the central part of your big fleshy buttock muscle. And then we're going to come into a double knee fold. Now, if you're on a tennis ball, it can be quite severe. So if you find coming into double knee fold is too much, then just do one leg at a time. It's not so bad on the spiky balls. So again, with the tennis balls, I have to leave it up to your own judgment, depending on how tight you are. If this is getting enough pressure, then leave it there. If you want a bit more pressure, you just point your foot up to the ceiling, back into a knee fold. No tension in your arms or your shoulders, and then point the other leg up to the ceiling and lower. But if just staying in your double knee fold is quite enough, because tennis balls, you're getting in a lot deeper than with the spiky balls. I'll do one more on each side. And then come out of your double knee fold. So now take the balls and just bring them to the side enough that you can get your sacrum back on the mat, but the balls are still tucked into the side of the buttock muscles. You'll know you've got them in the right place, because when we do a knee drop, you'll feel that you've gone into that right place. You can always adjust them if necessary. Again, slightly higher than lower. I'll put my arms around my waist and you can see a little bit more. So I'm going to keep my right knee up in line with my right hip. So I'm using my core so I don't lose neutral. And then I'm just going to relax my left knee out. And you should feel this ball sinking into this side buttock muscle. It should feel nice and sweet. Even if it's a bit tight, you sort of think, oh, that's a good hurt. But it's just gently relaxed. So don't tense your body. And now use your pelvic floor and this lower abdominal muscle to bring your knee back up in line with the hip, and the foot becomes flat again. So I'm going to drop my right knee out now, but I'm not letting the left hip come off. So I'm using my core to maintain neutral. And now I'm just sinking in to the ball, into the side buttock muscle on the right hand side. Just letting it relax, so don't hold on to any tension here. And then using your core and the pelvic floor to draw that knee back up in line. And by the time your knee is in line with the hip, the foot is flat. So let's do a couple more on each side. So you can have your eyes open or closed, but keep your whole body relaxed and just really relax that knee out to the side without holding on to any tension. Well, stay here for a couple of breaths and just let your body sink into your ball. And then a gentle engagement in your core, lower abdominal pelvic floor. Draw that knee back up in line with the hip. And then I'm relaxing my right knee out to the side, just letting it sink. I'm thinking of lengthening the inside of my right thigh all the way from the knee, lengthening away from the inside of my inner thigh. Just relax into this for a couple of breaths. And then use your pelvic floor, suck into your pelvic floor, draw in that lower abdominal and bring the knee back up in line with the hip. So one more on each side. So as you relax, I'm relaxing my left knee out now. I'm thinking of lengthening the inside knee all the way from the inside thigh. Just really opening out on the inside leg here, just relaxing and letting that ball sink in to the buttock. Face staying soft, shoulders relaxed, everything nice and released. And then pull in the core, draw that knee back up. And then last time on the right hand side, lengthening that knee out to the side, sinking into the ball, just letting everything go. Total relaxation. And release. And just using your core to draw that leg up. Obviously you have to move the leg as well, but initiating the core as well and bring the knee back up. Good, so take the balls away from under your buttocks. We're going to come to sitting, lengthen one leg, then the other. Hands on top of your thighs. Roll yourself up. Come to sitting nice and tall on your sit bones before you stretch your body over your legs, lengthening from your lower back. Don't bring your shoulders up to your ears. Hold on to your legs wherever you can reach, but keep straight behind the knees. Couple of nice deep breaths into your back here. So as you breathe into your back, you really feel your ribcage expanding at the back, and then it comes back together as you breathe out. One more. And breathing out, and then walk your hands back up your legs to restack your spine. And sit nice and tall. Thank you very much, everybody. Well done.